In today's video, let's talk about examination of patents. When we look at the provisions of the examinations in the Patents Act 1970 or the Patents Rule 2003, we would find that India follows a deferred system of examination. Now, what is deferred system of examination? Your patent application would not get examined until and unless you make an express request for examination. So these requests are being made under Form 18 and Form 18A of the Patents Act 1970. Now, when we look at different sections or different provisions of the Act, so we find that there are two main sections which talk about the examination of the patents. That is Section 11B and Section 12. Section 11B is the request for examination, that is Form 18 and Form 18A, or and the section 12 talks about the examination of the application, so it enshrines the procedure or the steps which have to be taken by the office during the examination of the application. Non-filing of this request for examination will result in the abandonment of the application. So your application would get abandoned if you are not filing an request for examination, and moreover, uh, this cannot be condoned also. So once you this timeline of 48 months, so you have to make the request within a time frame of 48 months from the date of application. So if this time is gone, your application cannot be revived. So this has to be taken care of when you when you make a patent application. Now, there are two types of applications. We talked about there are two different forms. So these two different forms depict two different types of request for examination. One is the ordinary examination and the another one is the expedited examination. When we talk about ordinary examination, we need to remember Rule 24B of the Patents Rule 2003 coupled with Form 18. On the other hand, if we talk about expedited examination, we need to remember that Rule 24C coupled with Form 18A. There is not much difference among the procedure, but the major difference lies here. That is the form number. Uh, the applicants who are eligible for expedited examination, or the difference lies in the fees along with the timeline. So expedited examination generally follows a faster mechanism to examine or faster mechanism to grant, rather when we go for the ordinary examination. But again, the fees is multifold. So for example, for individuals and the startups, ordinary examination will cost you around 40,000, sorry, 4,000, and 20,000 for the others like companies, registered companies or the corporate bodies. On the other hand, for expedited examination, you will have to shell out rupees 8,000 for startups or individuals or small entities, and rupees 60,000 for others. Now, who all are eligible for expedited examination? First is startups or the small entities. They can file the request for expedited examination. Another one is the application in which India is ISA or IPEA. So when we make a patent cooperation treaty application, we need to choose ISAs or IPEA. ISA is International Searching Authority, and IPEA is International Preliminary Examination Authority. So if in any of the application India has been designated as ISA or IPA, India has been chosen as ISA or IPA, then that person, that application can also go for the expedited examination. The another one is the in cases of the natural persons, if one of the applicant is a female, then that application can also go for the expedited examination. The another one is the government institutions or any other institution which is funded by the government. Again, that can also go for the expedited examination, or applicant is notified by central government. So if any of the applicant is notified by the central government, for example, deemed universities and all, so they can also go for the expedited examination. So what is the procedure which follows in both these cases? When we talk about ordinary application, first you make a request for examination which is made under section 11B subsection 1, rule 24B subsection sub rule 1, clause I. So that has to be made within 48 months. As soon as you make a request for examination, this follows a FIFO, so first in first out. The first application which is being made will go first for the examination. So controller will assign that application to the examiner. That is under section 12 subsection 1. uh, After the assignment of that application, within a period of 1 to 3 months, the examiner will have to make a report and send it back to the controller. So this timeline has to be noted that it's 1 to 3 months. Within 1 to 3 months, the examiner will make a report and report it back to the controller. After sending this report, the controller will take its own time of a month and it will issue the FER, that is also known as first examination report or first office objection. So it will issue the FER within 1 month, and then you'll have 6 months plus 3 months. So ordinarily it's a 6 month time that you have to respond the examination report back. But before the expiry of the 6 months, you can also make a request under Form 4 for uh, extension of time, and the maximum extension can be 3 months. So this Form 4 can be instituted only once, and the maximum extension can be only 3 months. In this Form 4, you'll also have to mention the reason for the extension. Plus, this Form 4 bears a fees. So fees is per month of the extension. It's around 800 rupees per month. So you'll have to bear that fees for 800 rupees per month if you want an extension of the time. But this has to be instituted prior to the expiry of the 6 months. So even one day before the expiry of the 6 months would suffice. But after the 6 months period has been expired, you cannot condone this delay. Post this During this period only, your application might go for subsequent examination reports. So there can be second examination report or third examination report, and post this your application would be put for grant. So this putting of the application for grant then will have to go through the hearings and then the grant procedures and all. This is the case for the ordinary application. When we talk about expedited examination, so expedited examination also follows a more or less similar procedure, but the timelines then gets reduced. So once you make a request for examination, here you see that its rule is changed and your form number is changed. So as soon as you make a request for examination, at the earliest the examiner will be assigned. So your application will go to the examiner at the earliest possible time. Then within 1 to 2 months, the examiner prepares the examination report. If you remember earlier, it was the 3 months period, but now it's 1 to 2 months. Within 1 to 2 months, your application will be examined and the examiner will prepare a report. Now, after the report is being submitted back to the controller will issue the first examination report or the first office objection. But this time it's within the 15 days time. So earlier it was a 30-day time. Now it's the 15-day time. He will take and he'll issue a first office objection report. Then again your 6 plus 3 months period will be there. So that is for replying to the office objection. Subsequent office objections might also be raised. But the 6 plus 3 months is there, and then your application proceeds for the grant. But the catch over here is this, the one which is written in green color, that as per rule 24C12, controller has to dispose of this application which is being made through the expedited process within 3 months from the last reply. So or the last date to put an application for the grant. So when your application was due here, from here the controller will take next 3 months, maximum 3 months, to issue you the certificate or refuse the application. In the ordinary case, this was not there, so the office might take its own time. But here, in the case of expedited examination, it's the maximum 3 months after all the proceedings have been over. It's maximum 3 months that office will take, and it will issue you the certificate. I hope you liked this video. If you have any doubts, you can always drop them in the comment section below. Please do hit the like button and subscribe my channel. Thank you.